This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We've got Washington taking on Miami. You look at Miami. They have more than a realistic shot at it. This series between the 4th and the 5th seed, often one of the most exciting of the first round.
Kevin, I think it's so important to get off to a good start. You just can't assume because you have the home court advantage you're going to win the series. You still have to play solid basketball.
Here is Daniels after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Daniels. All alone. That's short off the rim.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Stolen by Duncan. To the inside. Tipped away. Daniels with it. Basket counts. Taking a look at Miami. You know, tonight Greg's going to tell us a lot about how they match up in the series at both ends of the court.
Yeah, we can talk about how well these teams match up in terms of talent, but in terms of how they match up in style, that's what we'll find out right now.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he uses the glass on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the night.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Back to Weber. Pass to Daniel. Back to Weber. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And a wide open look for Jordan. His three-pointers off the mark. And it's Washington's ball. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Uses both hands to slam it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with two hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
And it's Washington's ball. Here's Daniels. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Miami's shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for two.
And the first one at the line is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Second free throw, no good. Washington trailing. Here's Weber, and Weber throws it down.
Boy, the size Weber has, a real asset in the post, and he knows how to use it for these dunks.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. It's deflected. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. It's tipped. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Miami, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And he makes the first. Both teams will make substitutions.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's McGrady. And he double clutches and throws it down.
Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Washington on D. It's a three-point game. Here's Pippen. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. Here's Kidd out to the right wing. And the wing jumper offline.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Now here's Camby. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. Here's Kidd, still without a basket.
Miami foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now Kidd. Second chance effort. And it's good on the way in.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And Miami has possession after the basket by Washington. A rebound by Kidd.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pippen with the steal. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Penny Hardaway showing off his athleticism there. He's capable of throwing it down with force.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And here is Kidd.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He got it good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. A free throw drops for Kidd.
And Kidd really just a nightly triple-double threat. Big point guard who can score, pass, and also rebounds the ball.
Both free throws good from Kidd.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Now here's Hardaway. Over Kidd. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. 1 second left. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in game one. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Washington.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
You can't allow Hardaway to get these kinds of looks. He's very consistent inside.
Washington leading now by 5. Driving inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
So both teams changing it up here. And he's good on the second. Here's Hardaway. Lewis on the way. Inside. Stolen by Ginobili. And here we go. Washington fast break. Queen can't get it to go. Miami trails by 6. Here's Bailey. Still yet to score. Got a piece of it. That's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. They say last touch by ball. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And there's the call on Ginobili. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Bailey. Oh, my!
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Now, I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind them taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
That one good for 2.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside positions.
Daniel lays it up and banks it in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Washington leading now by 6. Duncan outside. 6 on the shot clock. Ginobili outside. And a miss there on the triple. And so here is Miami. Poke loose. Outside Pippen. Pass to Bailey. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
Ball goes to Washington.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And that one is stuffed right through.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And he banks in the layup. Bailey's got his second basket of the game.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Robinson with it. Hasn't made one yet. And Robinson throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Washington foul. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Jordan.
I would not want to have to defend Michael Jordan. He is non-stop energy.
Miami shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And both free throws good for Jordan. 1:52 left to play in the first half. Here's Kidd. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Kidd. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Washington leading now by 5. .116 left in the first half. And he converts the layup. Kidd's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's blocked.
Excellent job by McGrady using his length to deny that shot.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And after that solid opening quarter, you can see now he is definitely starting to cool off.
Pass to McGrady. Back to Weber. Shoots over Jordan. Weber can't hit. Miami trails by 7. Garnett left side. Shoots over Weber. Miami no good on that time either.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Here's McGrady. Takes it inside. And Jason Kidd picks up a foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. Outside Kidd. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Washington leads me by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. Miami trails by 5. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Artest. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one's good from the corner. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
Always producing results. Gilgeous-Alexander has proven to be such a reliable scorer.
Pops it up for Jordan. Deflects the pass. And now it's Kidd running. He can go all the way. Pass to McGrady. Miami grabs the miss. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
To the right side. McGrady outside. Back to Weber. And stolen by Jordan. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. The layup missed. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. And Washington making a change here.
Substitution for Washington. Number 5, Jalen Daniels.
To the paint. It's stolen by Garnett. In transition, here comes Miami.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now Hardaway. Pass to Campbell. Here's Lewis for the lead. And slam dunk by Campbell.
Good to see a player going all out for the games this time.
You know, he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it. Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Off target from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Bailey. Goes up again. Yes! And the foul. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Washington trails by 4. Looking to end the run. Count that one.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Outside Hardaway. Outside for Lewis. Back to Hardaway. Camby the screen. 4 on the clock. Here's Hardaway. It's hauled in by Queen.
This shot's it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Substitution for
Here is Daniels. He's got 8. Pass to Queen. Stolen by Pippen. He lobs it up. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Down low. Back to Daniels. Off target with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Who is outside? Here's Bailey. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. One on Ginobili. For Miami, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. You can see those numbers read pretty well.
2 shots.
Both good from the line that time.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Here's Daniels. And the rejection by Pippen. And he recovers it. On the wing, Daniels. Ginobili outside. 5 on the clock. Look out! And an out-of-this-world reverse jam. Woo. Miami no good on that time either. Washington trailing. Here's Duncan. And it's all evened up.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
.129 left to play here in the third. To the middle. Pass to Bailey. And here's Camby. Lewis with the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Lewis has got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
It's hauled in by Queen. Washington with the ball. They lead by 1. Kicks it out to Ginobili. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
And this is how competitive Ginobili is. You make a 3 on him, that guy's coming right back at you.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. They need this. Tim Duncan with the rebound.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Low block shot. Another one falls for Washington.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Pippen outside. Here's Lewis. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Washington with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. Washington leading now by 6. Duncan in the corner. Here's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Outside Kidd. Outside to Weber. Pass to Duncan. Garnett with the steal. Fires high post. And it's good off the back rim and in. And it's 6 points for Michael Jordan.
This is his shot. The mid-range jumper. Jordan loves to let that fly.
Washington leading now by 5 to the inside. Duncan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Washington?
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
And Duncan drops them both.
There's so much that's impressive about Duncan, but I think the most impressive thing is how fundamentally sound he is.
Right side Artest. Second shot opportunity. No good at the rim. Duncan right side. Back to Kidd. Inside. Pocket 6. Here's Duncan. Misses the fallback jam.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Shoots the 3. Rebound Washington. Here's Ginobili. Nice ball movement by Washington. Outside Kidd to the paint. And botches the dunk. Miami trails by 7. Back to Jordan. The 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jordan's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Showing some nice touch from the perimeter. The defense has to respect Jordan's three-point shot, or he'll make them pay.
And Duncan throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good from the top of the key.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
All alone. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great awareness of the situation. Gilgeous-Alexander sensing the chance for the steal and just taking it straight up on the break.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. Now, they preach the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Outside Kidd, just 5 on the clock. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Unable to get that one. Here's Miami now. They're on a 14-6 run. Washington with the rebound.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
Pass to McGrady. Gilgeous-Alexander comes with the double team. And here's Kidd from the arc.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Jordan with the bucket.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Washington trailing. Kidd with it. Now Garnett defending. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Miami.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. The teardrop falls in. And Miami leads by 3.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Down low. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Plenty of space. And it's Miami with another.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
On the wing, Daniels. Tracy McGrady on the wing. And the double clutch jam. Wow, the crowd. Woo.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Here's Jordan. 35 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Big block that time by Garnett, using every inch of that frame to get the block.
Good.
And they do have a foul to get.
20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And here's Daniels.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, he got a foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Now a timeout called by Miami. It's stolen by McGrady. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Now here's Kidd. To the wing right side. A three-pointer, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Here's the lob to the hoop. It's stolen by McGrady. One-on-one fast break. It's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Duncan. And the layup's good off the glass. Duncan's got the first basket here in overtime for Washington.
Look at how comfortable Duncan is inside the paint. He knows those close range angles like no other. He's special in that regard.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Count the basket.
Down low, kids' assertiveness makes the difference. I mean, helping them get around the trees, the big fellas in there, and to a shot, that's good work.
And it's good, 2 points. And Miami leads by 1.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Pass to Duncan. Kidd with it. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far. Daniels with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. That's tipped, and they're able to recover. Here's McGrady. Shot clock at 2. Just 5 to shoot from past the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. to the inside. It's stolen by McGrady. On the wing, Daniels. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's our test. Offensive rebound. Garnett in the post. Second chance shot. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Weber. To the paint. Back to Daniels. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him. Now Daniels. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kevin Garnett.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
And nice work at the line. I mean, when the game's this close, you have got to cash in on those opportunities.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Jordan. Washington with the rebound. Weber outside. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul a lot sooner.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Now a timeout called by Miami. Guys, what are their best options now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't cash in. And so it's Washington who's straight by with the win. And you got to feel good about getting each and every game here in the postseason.
You know, Kevin, each game is just so significant and magnified. This has got to feel really good.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals.
Team out can't chase nor they tell me them shot. And I say them want me head pan black but pull it red pan that you better. Help poor people with them bed pan black. SSC a dirty heart you a got from that seat. Now them a say me mark and each time I walk them say me walk fit. Them lock me down and me can't forget. God Jehovah did a guide me say me nah regret. Yeah. I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special. That's why I'm them a pretty for girl and them a chase like special. But I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special. Tell them me no fear, two-faced expression. Like no, dirty mouth can't chase nor they tell the same thing. Jackie Stephen at the swine for. In pharmacy too much, that them blind for. One plate of food them sell out mankind for. Yes, you have your answer with the bag of bad mind. Besides, set them don't work so. Them want me shine for. Make them what them want, what them want mix me in a for. At the same thing. Rise him 9 for. Every don't you work, Jah shall show them a sign for. Cause Jah make you special. And so special, so special, so special. That's why them a pray with the girl and them a chase like petal. But Jah, I'm so special. I'm so special, so special, so special. That's why I'm Jah make you special. And so special, so special, so special. That's why me them a previously girl and them a chase like brother is a special delivery. The moment live in the misery, but that day we never see special delivery.